Did you say them?
It's the Mix Tag Show.
The Mix Tag Show.
With Jenna and Blue.
Damn.
Now, here's your host, Jenna and Blue Magic.
What's going on? It's the Mix Tag Show with...
Up yours, buddy.
What was the next one he did? It's the Mix Tag Show with...
Jenna and...
Blue. I'm sorry, we were just having like friends references. Oh, man. How was your week? Do anything special?
No, nothing special. Just work, same old. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, so on to the show.
This is the show. What are you talking
Well, I'm
about?
going on to the next segment.
Oh, dang. Forget about my week.
How was your week, buddy? Talk to me.
It was okay. You know, had my son this past weekend as usual for the family event that we had to do.
Attend, yes.
Yeah. So it was pretty decent. Didn't do really nothing special.
I have a really bad headache.
Did you take anything?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I did it.
It might be a good idea to take.
Yeah,
something.
right.
you
What was
usually
I going to
take
say?
something?
Your birthday's coming up, eh?
Yeah, my birthday's coming up on Sunday.
Why do you applaud yourself? Anytime I want to applaud myself, it's just like,
You gotta ask.
I got to ask.
Yeah, because the button's over here.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, yeah, your birthday's coming up. Already, like 50?
No. I'm actually turning 25.
Yeah, okay. Alrighty, sure.
Why are you trying to just...
I'm just a little, birthday humor.
All right, 27. Gosh, what you gotta tell you about my real age? Trying to
So
age.
now you're still younger than me.
I mean, if that's what happened.
All right, whatever. Moving on. Yeah.
Are you coming on Saturday?
No,
Why?
I'll come. I'm coming. What time is it?
8 o'clock. Please be on time.
I'm not gonna be on time
Why not?
because I never come on time to stuff. I really don't. I barely get here on time.
But
for
you
this.
missed the Bandersnatch. Do you know what Bandersnatch is?
No.
It's a Netflix interactive.
Well, let me tell you something. And if anybody that is listening to this, listens to the beginning of the show, tell me, does this make sense? Your friend invites you to their birthday shindig, and there's going to be drinking and what have you, and they say, oh, I know you, so you won't be drinking. You're going to be drinking a lot, so you don't have to drive. You can stay over. You can stay in my bed or my room or whatever, but I won't be there. Who does that?
People that's nice at like this shit.
But doesn't know anybody. Yeah, I'm gonna go and celebrate the rest of my birthday.
It's not celebrating the rest of my birthday because I'm staying at the house till my birthday. I'll be back in the morning.
So why are you not there?
Because I want to spend the night somewhere else for my birthday.
Okay, so you invited your friend, your close friend that doesn't know anyone, your tag team partner,
Well,
and you stay in my crib, but I won't be there.
You gonna meet my mom when you get there.
I wouldn't do that to you.
You gonna meet my mom when you get there.
I wouldn't do that to you.
That's great hospitality.
No, it's not.
I care for your safety.
Yeah, but you're leaving me. Who leaves their friend like that?
Safely asleep.
Anyway, shout out to the WWE shop. You're wearing... It's not right, Blue.
I don't get it.
You always do... See, I was getting ready to curse. It's a PG podcast.
I don't get it. Like, I still don't get, what's the confusion?
Matt, sir, can I ask you a question? Do you think that's, odd? If you invite someone... Answer this correctly.
Wow. That's, low-key threatening him?
If you invite someone and then you tell them, yeah, they can stay, but I won't be here, but, yeah, you stay here. Is that, how would you feel? No, you're a guy. You know what? Never mind. Guys are going to be like, oh, yeah, bro, it's no problem.
Dag.
That's how it is. Oh, yeah, guys.
Dag.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Jesus.
be sexist in regards to that. I apologize.
Reverse sexism?
Sorry. So, based on your, facial reaction, it seemed like, yeah, it's no big deal. Listen, whatever.
Right. I'm making sure
here.
that you're not driving home drunk.
But I won't be drinking that much because I drove there.
But that's my
Plus,
point. So
I'm
now you
gonna
don't
stay
have
away
to
from
worry.
drinking.
You don't have to worry about how much you're drinking because now
Well,
you know
no,
you're
in general,
set.
the month of March, I want to cut back on drinking.
Wait till after my birthday.
No, I'm trying to get fit for Mania.
You got time.
Just in case
One night won't kill you.
Just in case they want me to have a match at Mania.
Okay.
Alrighty, shout out to the WWE shop for always lacing us. I am not wearing a WWE shop article,
but I am.
You are.
Wearing my AJ Styles hoodie because it's kind of cold outside.
It's kind of cold outside. And they have some new hoodies coming out. When I saw that, I was like, you know what? That's all blue. Did you see the new era of, I don't know if they're fitteds or snapbacks, but they have new era hats.
Yeah, it's.
You didn't see it. I know you didn't see it.
It's fitted. I mean, not fitted. Snapbacks.
No, you didn't. Which ones did you see?
I saw the ones they used. They promoted this for a while. I seen this.
Nope, they just literally put it on.
No. I'm talking about like when at a live show. I think when we did.
Nope, it wasn't New Era.
It was New Era because I seen it. I'm telling you, it was on the Titantron when it was in L.A.
It hasn't been on the shop.
Again, they promoted it during commercials.
So what I'm asking you is, did you see the recent post on the WWE shop?
No.
Okay. So
I seen the hats, but I didn't see it on the
Okay. Shop. Alrighty. Well, yeah, they are up and running.
So if you want to catch yourself with a New Era hat.
Well, before that, again, shout out to the WWE shop because we got some things cooking.
Okay, I was gonna plug.
Okay, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's your week.
If you want a New Era hat, make sure you head over to the WWE shop. Link in our bio on our social media at the Mix Tag Show or at our personal at
Miss Jenna Baby BAYBEE.
Or at Blue Magic Grind, spelled how it sound. Also, make sure you click on the link in the description of our YouTube. Boop, 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 down
you
there.
should put not when you edit the videos. You should put an arrow pointing down,
boop, boop,
yeah,
boop.
just add little elements to our.
Sure, just add more stuff to my place of things to do.
Takes 2 seconds.
It literally does it.
Alrighty, whatever.
And shout out to the WWE shop because we got some things in the works.
Yep. This is a nice picture.
Yeah, that's fine. She's been trying to take selfies and posting up pictures. And we're going to move on. Don't forget, also, with Collar and Elbow, Wrestling Passion meets Street Fashion. Use our code TMTS to get a discount on your purchase of merch or fitwear.
Facte Mundo.
And now let's move on to the fantasy draft. Right over to you, Gina.
All right, Blue. So in the lead this week, we have drum roll.
We never do drum rolls. You can't just keep adding stuff.
Why is there an explosion? Oh. The Nation of McFly Nation. Craig. Did you get it?
No.
160 points. Shout out to Craig because he went to Raw this past week because it was in the ATL. Shouted.
Keep your eyes to yourself, homie. He knows what I'm talking about.
In regards to what?
He knows what I'm talking about.
Oh. Wow.
I didn't want to see it in the group because it was kind of late and I saw it. But hands off the merchandise.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting tidbit that we have.
Do you know where that's from? Hands off the merchandise? I see that a lot to other wrestling fans, and I don't think they really catch on to what it is. Did you have Sega Genesis?
Mm-hmm.
Remember Raw?
I told you. I just showed you the WWF Raw.
Yeah, WWF Raw.
I'm buying that again, actually.
Shawn Michaels' catchphrase on it is "hands off the merchandise."
Oh my God!
Nobody remembers that. I
didn't have WWF Raw. My first wrestling game was actually No Mercy for Nintendo 64. I think that was the best wrestling game ever.
Yeah, me and my friends used to play that.
I used to love No Mercy because then you used to customize and then you can do all the backstage stuff. And then I think you got blood in it, but it was just it looked really whatever. Anyway, I'm going off a tangent, but yeah, I didn't like the WrestleMania 2000 game. That was trash. Anyway, I'm gonna buy that though because I showed you I got a Sega.
Yeah,
and I invited you to play.
I'll come play.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because every time I invite you to come over, it's always an excuse.
Well, you live kind of far.
Where do you think you live?
You don't come to my house either.
Yes, I do.
You came to my house twice.
So next up, the Night Riders in second place this week with 89.5 points.
Finally not rigged, huh?
What?
It's finally not rigged, huh?
Flat not rigged, huh?
It's
What?
finally not rigged, huh?
Oh. Mixed Emotions with 46.5 points. The Favorite Pose. Look at X3. Look at that. 33 points. He is not in the negative. Go ahead, boy.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. The McMahon Regime 2.0 with negative 10.5 points. And Undisputed Art Era comes in last place with negative 52.5 points. You know why we having so many negatives? Because we're not letting people pick doubles. So, like, you had to pick the, like, you know? Anyway.
I guess.
On that note, in the lead still overall, Mixed Emotions with 696.5 points. Night Riders in second place with 608.5 points. Third place, the Nation of McFly Nation, 436.6 points. Next up, Undisputed Art Era, Lionel, 162.5 points. That's fourth place. Fifth place, the McMahon Regime, Saeed, 91.5 points. And last, and certainly not least, well, maybe least, X3 with negative 45.64
You almost
points.
out of there, buddy.
Because he was negative 76 point something last week.
Listen, WrestleMania, right around the corner. That's your time.
That's it.
That's your time.
Keep hope alive, buddy.
If you don't get it there, though, I don't know. Then
hope alive, because after that. Anyway, on to my show.
Nope. And that's the draft. The Mixed Tag Show Season 3.
All right, Tom. On to my show?
Sure.
Okay. Raw.
The big dog is back.
Tonight until the world stops.
Really?
The big dog.
Do it again.
The big dog.
Roman Reigns is Bizak. And fantastic news.
Fantastic.
He's in remission. How'd you feel, buddy? How'd you feel?
It was a good moment to watch. I liked the speech. And it was a feel-good moment just to watch how the crowd reacted to him. Like, he did the whole WWE thing. He said, wow, they actually cheered for me. It was really no negative. Like, even when he made his announcement, it was like some boos and what have you.
Yeah,
this time he got some love.
Well, listen, there was, like you said, slight boos, and I respect people who's going to do slight boos. I mean, if you're booing the actual person who's sick, then you're a sick individual.
Right.
But if you're going to, like, you don't like the character, right? So, whatever. My thing is, though, I don't want WWE to squander this whole thing.
What do you mean?
In the sense of, unfortunately, this was the way that got him over, right? But, like, and I know this has always been your main issue, and I think main issue for a lot of wrestling fans. You can't just have Roman in everything. And I love Roman.
Right.
I'm a big fan. I like his matches. I think he's super talented. He's good on the mic, especially he's gotten better in regards to that. But get him to that spot slowly, which I like what they did on Raw, right? It was just like, okay, I'm not going to be in a championship match or this and that and the third. It's like, I'm going to help my buddies out, right? And it was good. And I think they should keep that pace slow.
Right.
So
this is the chance for the reset.
Honestly, yeah, it is a reset for everybody,
Right.
Roman, I think, is at his best currently. And now it's just WWE have to utilize him correctly.
Yeah, that's waiting to see what happened. And of course, he ended the celebration with the fans and Seth Rollins. So, feel a good moment.
Yeah.
Now, the next match that happened was Ricochet and Aleister Black versus the Revival.
So why do you want to talk about this?
Because it's baffling to me as to why the Revival tag team champions keep losing. Like, I get it with DIY. They have that history of that back and forth. They even referred to it before their match so people can understand, like, all right, they're always one-upping each other.
Yeah, and I was, go ahead.
But losing to Ricochet and Aleister Black, I feel like they're pushing these NXT guys a little bit too hard. And it's like, they got to catch an L regardless. So, yeah, I didn't like the fact that they made the tag team champions lose 2 weeks in a row to NXT people.
1, 2, why does Ricochet and Aleister have to be in tag team matches? Okay, they were in tag team matches for Raw, and we'll talk about SmackDown, but that's what happened again on SmackDown. And you're right. this doesn't make the Revival. At least I don't know. I don't know them personally, but like, oh, okay, you gave us the titles, but we're gonna still keep losing matches. And I know everything is not about losses because at the end of the day, it's all made up, right? But like, what's the story that's being told with the Revival? They are legit a talented tag team, and they need to be utilized as such. Yeah, you gave them properly. If you gave them the titles, so I won the title, but I'm going to lose 2 weeks in a row?
To people that's quote-unquote in developmental.
That doesn't make sense.
And I mean to cut you off, with Aleister Black and Ricochet, they also put them in the
yeah, you better
Dusty
be sorry
Rhodes.
You cut me off because someone came at you hard, son.
Okay. Dusty Rhodes Classics. So I guess that's why they're trying to play to, is that they're tag team inside of Dusty Rhodes Classics. And maybe one of them turn heel eventually, like how they did with Samoa Joe and Finn Balor.
Yeah, because, I mean, they're all faces currently right now on the main roster. Yeah. And it's just like, okay, what's the story? Don't get me wrong, like Ricochet and Aleister, and I felt that match against the Revival was it was short, no?
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
It wasn't like anything crazy. Like I know that, we know that what they can actually do.
Yeah, they hit their spots, and then it was just like.
But it was just like.
I feel like Raw was just rushed altogether.
Yeah.
Like it had a nice pace to it, that sometimes it just looked like it was just like.
Like it was a good show, and we'll talk about overall. But anyway, go ahead. The next segment. So, Ronda and Natalya, the same old thing with the Riot Squad, and Becky came out. What did you think about that?
It confused me to see Becky attack Natalya.
I don't think that's confusing. I think Becky's just getting to anyone and anything that's associated with Ronda. And you're like guilty by association. I don't think that's really confusing. TBH.
Well, if she's supposed to be like the face or a tweener, I guess you could say. I don't see her attacking another fellow face to get to somebody else.
Yeah, but it's kind of like ultimately they're making Becky like Stone Cold, right? So it's like there's blurred lines. It's like she's typically a face, right? But she still has that edge where I don't care, I'm gonna go at anybody, and that's ultimately what it is because Ronda's a face, right? So Becky's is still going at the face.
I would have had Ronda. I would have had Becky hit Ronda directly. I don't know. That's just me. But
wasn't she trying to get to Ronda?
I didn't fully see the segment.
Oh well, I don't know. I didn't care for the segment. I honestly. Especially, and I'm not gonna even get into regards to Ronda and the promo with Stephanie because it's like the same thing over and over that we say. It becomes redundant at this point, but everything it's.
Can I just use a drop to what's my drop?
I just like it was cool when Becky invaded Raw. Back in November for Survivor Series to hype that match up.
Yeah.
But now and it was organic and everything about like the possibility of Ronda and Becky facing each other at Mania.
Right.
And I told you this on when we were texting watching Raw, and I said it in the group chat for the fantasy thing that I'm not excited anymore. I don't know if it was because of adding Charlotte. Or was it because they're doing too much in regards to making Becky look like Austin? It's just I'm not excited like I once was. And I think it's because you were so amped like, oh, we got something, like a lightning in a bottle. Is that the saying?
Yeah.
Okay, lightning in the bottle. And now, okay, let's overdo it by like, okay, let's get her arrested. And every week she's going to come out on and attack Ronda. It's just like, I don't know. I would have let it played out organically.
And I agree with you. I was watching it with Juan and G on Monday. And I said the
my
same.
back is killing me. I tell you that much.
Everything just wrong. Headaches, backaches.
I tell you. Remember the other week, my knee swelled up. Right. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. It's just like it's not happening organically, like you said anymore.
Yeah.
I was expecting Becky to come back at the end of the night with a L truck. And hose down the 70th birthday party at this point.
That's what I thought. I honestly thought it would have made. I mean, and we'll get to, we'll get to it.
Yeah. But like, I just feel like y'all just trying to do her to be Austin so bad that now you lost it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they lost it when they got Charlotte involved.
That too.
I think that's when they lost it.
It deflated everything.
Like, I think that, like, at this particular moment, I don't think the match is going to be that good. However, I know once Mania happens, it will be.
Right.
I just don't think it's main event worthy at this particular moment. The way they're building it up, I wouldn't make it main event.
It lost its steam.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been perfect if you just let Becky be the number one contender.
And just let her do her thing organically.
Raw. Like, having her matches.
Yeah.
You know, and let them run into each other, like one up each other or something like that with the arm bar.
Like, I like this whole, that her knee is still injured, like, and with the crutches, when you clearly see 1 minute she's limping and the next she's not. It's just like, it's not consistent, and it's dragging the injury on too long. Like, there was so many ways that you can continue to put obstacles in front of her.
Yeah.
To make it, like, seem like she's the underdog, or she's like us, like how Austin was like us, the everyday person. But
and then we had Ronda leave the title in the ring for Stephanie McMahon.
I mean, I think that was a good touch in the sense of, listen, this is what the match was supposed to be. If you don't, I just don't think it was delivered great.
Yeah.
Because whatever, but I like
that.
Yeah, no,
I just wanted to make sure we mentioned that part because it was a essential part of the storyline. And Triple H bugging out on Steph, like, yeah, what are we doing? Like that was a good touch. But Stephanie and Triple H have great chemistry.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're pros at this, so they never really mess up at this particular moment.
Are you ready for a Shield reunion?
You said, yeah, one last go. I am.
One more before Dean goes away.
Do you think that Roman being back changes anything for Dean or Jonathan, whatever?
Nah, they have I read something somewhere where the contract they have a verbal agreement amongst each other.
Okay.
Where Dean's gonna be able to do whatever he wants on these last couple of weeks, like build the character like he wants to. If it catches fire, then he'll resign. If it doesn't, then he'll just leave. So, yeah.
Well, and that's why I mentioned that, because all the time, like when you watch documentaries and what have you, like they all say that this is my brother. Like, we've been traveling together traveling the whole world for how many years, and I just feel like damn, Dean leaves, the Shield is done. That's
a wrap.
And the dream match is one day at WrestleMania, a triple threat match, right?
That's a wrap.
So I hope that they can salvage and again, I think it's cool that superstars like the Revival and Dean and all these people are standing up for themselves. If you know your talent and your worth, utilize me that way.
Right.
Again, everything's not win and losses, but still.
I gotta be comfortable with my character.
Exactly.
Remember?
And know that there's
like Cody said, let me be the painter of my own portrait.
Yeah, you can help guide me, in the sense of whatever, because you're the company and that's what your job is to do, but let me be creative.
Yeah, but I just think it's I just don't like the whole idea of putting Corbin, Lashley, and McIntyre back together.
Yeah, I guess you have to find a way to get the Shield back.
Oh, so here's the thing: they're planning to make this a 4-4 because Elias is involved, so they're trying to put Strowman with the Shield. I think that's overkill.
Yeah, no, the Shield is the Shield. Like the Shield, etched their name in history by just being a threesome, right? We don't need Braun in that. And I don't know what's happening with Braun at this particular moment. Like, I just feel like at all. But anyway, yeah. So it was cool to see Seth and Roman come back for him,
and then leave him in the ring.
Yeah.
And I heard that Vince did that because Dean didn't want to go out on stage with them during Roman's speech
in the beginning because he was just too emotional.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's like, let's salvage this another way. So that was a good touch to it.
And ultimately, because he was emotional, but at the same time, too,
it didn't make sense.
It wouldn't have made sense if he went out in the beginning and then after you said what you said, like a few months ago.
But I mean, at the same time, last week they had like a nice little interaction between the two.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like in the beginning, after Roman did his speech and Seth came out and they did their fist bump, it would have looked weird. Dean coming out and doing it, even though they had their moment last week. It's kind of like you have to
let it build.
And then that was that. Yeah. When they salvaged that.
They came and saved him and left him in the ring.
Exactly. Like, you're still always going to be our brother, even though whatever.
At first, I thought that should have closed out the night, but then
Yeah, no.
but then this happened.
Ric Flair's. I think there was a lot of things missing in this sense. First of all, like you said, it seemed rushed. Where was Charlotte?
That was one of the things I said. I was like, "Yo, how you have a birthday party
and your own daughter's not there? Like
Charlotte's not there?
Okay, so where's all right, cool.
Is she afraid of Becky and Ronda?
I don't know. The one time you want the chosen one to be there,
she's not there.
She's not there, but okay. Becky didn't escape from jail and attack Rick. I thought that would have been better than Batista. Like, Batista coming back, I thought was dope.
Yeah.
But also, wouldn't it have been cool to see Becky attack Rick?
Yeah, and I think that what it is that one was probably too predictable for them.
Was it?
Yeah, everybody was expecting Becky to come out of jail and attack Rick during her. The moment
they
announced the party,
I think would have been more. I think what would have been more predictable is Charlotte being there and Becky breaking out of jail and attacking Charlotte, not Rick.
The moment they announced this party, my first thought was Becky's throwing Rick into the cake. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
I thought,
and a few people in the chat were saying the same thing. Like, "Yep, I think this is what's gonna happen next week."
I didn't think that. So, I thought Becky would have attacked Charlotte, and then go that route.
Rick would end up in the cake. Somebody has to end up in the cake. The cake never survives.
No one ended up in the cake though.
It did afterwards, but yeah. Anyway, and we said that. I was like, "Yo, this is the first time the cake ever survived an episode of Raw."
Anyway, I thought it was a weird segment. Like, I get what they were doing, but it was just like
it made sense to me only because, again, Ric Flair is a mentor to Triple H, and it's
I'm not saying that didn't make sense. It's just like you
party?
said, yeah. It seemed like you said rushed. Like, yeah, I'm like the superstars were out there and whatnot, but then you see, like, for example, when Sting came there and he was talking to No Way Jose, I'm like, you don't even know who this guy is. Like it was weird. It didn't seem organic or whatever. But
yeah, but
you said it made sense to you because Ric Flair is
the mentor to Triple H in that sense of like having Batista attack Ric Flair to get to Triple H, because everybody was wondering, like, yo, is Batista gonna get the match that he wanted, his last hurrah? And then there was talks about him talking to AEW, and so to see, I didn't really have a chance to look at the dirt sheets throughout Monday. So when I seen him, I was legit like thrown off, like.
And that's how it should be, right?
Right.
Like, I miss those days again, and I say this every so often, just like not knowing what to expect. And
right.
That was I marked out, like, well, not marked out, but I was excited. But, like, the crowd reaction seemed trash again, even though this Atlanta crowd was much better than last week. But I'm like, damn, that's Batista.
Yeah.
And I like that he's back too, even though he's like wild old. Like, isn't he like 50?
No, he's like in his 50s. Fact checking though.
Anyway, even though he's a little bit older and he's a part timer, but I feel like he needs to redeem himself because I think they screwed him over
too many times
when he left the second time. Right, because obviously Daniel Bryan was hot, and then when Batista won, he didn't get necessarily the reception that he should have gotten. Right, so I like that he's a heel, and
he wanted to be a heel when he came back.
Yeah, so I like that he's a heel and he gets to redeem himself and bug out.
He talked about it. He was like, he wanted to heel when he comes back. He knew that he's gonna get booed for winning because he knew that Daniel was hot. They wanted him to be a face. When he got booed, he went back there like, see. I told y'all, this does not make sense for me in your face. Even in the past, I've never been good as a face.
Nah, he was.
He wasn't that. When he feuded with Triple H because Triple H screwed him over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after that.
I mean, and as I had this conversation with Astro, he's like, he should have been face. I'm like, no, Batista is dope as a heel. But I think overall he's always.
Wow.
And of course I'm right.
Anyway,
but. I think he's just a good superstar in general, that he could play a face, but he's just better as a heel. He's just like a beast.
Like we've posted where he turned on Ray. Like, that was perfect.
It's fantastic. Anyway, how did you rate Le Raw?
I gave it an
A.
It was a solid Raw.
Yeah, I think I rated it low, but that was just my initial reaction. But I would give it a little bit higher. I'm gonna say B+, A- because again, there's still some segments that I was just like, okay,
yeah,
But I liked it. I enjoyed it.
And the people gave it A-.
Nice.
On to my show.
The Blue Show.
There's a curveball in his contract signing. Our boy Kofi Kingston.
We were trying to save Black History Month, man.
He came out there hyped too. They came out there.
They came out there hyped. The crowd was hyped, like genuinely happy for Kofi. Like it was a really feel good moment.
Even Stephanie and Shane looked like they was genuinely happy for Kofi getting ready to get his moment. I kind of feel like when Vince came out and introduced Kevin Owens, I feel like nobody knew that was gonna happen.
No, and it goes back down to again. Like, just being like, are you serious?
Like, I'm talking about in the ring, though. Like, everybody's, like, expression just changed. Like,
but just in general.
Right.
And this is really good, like, acting, because then you even saw Big E's tweet.
Yeah.
Like, why are we even surprised anymore? Right. Like, just stuff like that. Like, and I even tweeted, I said, Happy Black History Month.
Yeah.
Because it's the whole thing that
Xavier was like, after 11 years, this is what he deserves. This is what he gets, and even Kevin Owens was just like, "Yo, I feel bad, but I'm here to do a job."
I'm not convinced Kevin's gonna be a face though. Just the way he was talking, it was just like, damn. When they like, was he gonna turn on Kofi
during the match, right?
Yeah. So it's with Kevin. I gotta see. Right?
I think this is his try as a face because he's going against DB. Can have heel versus heel for the title. Yeah, we've talked about how SmackDown needed a face.
True.
Like this is his chance, and he lost a lot of weight.
He did. You see, he's tatted.
New tat, like it's fire.
Yeah, his whole arm is tatted.
I was excited Kevin Owens came back. I was excited about Sad because it was like
I think that was the whole general reaction. Like the audience was just like, or excuse me, the WWE universe was just like, what?
Yeah, it's like, yay. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm hoping this, if they don't push Kofi, then that's really, 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 really messed up. Unless if this is they're giving the fans what we want, and have Kofi go against DB at Mania?
Or Triple Threat at Mania?
Nah, KO can go against someone else. Why does it need to be a triple threat match?
I wouldn't be mad at the triple threat.
But why? Because, and granted, KO was recovering from his injury, but Kofi, whatever, the past few weeks showed that this is his moment, right? If you earned that opportunity, it wasn't like, KO came back a couple of weeks and they both were killing it. It was Kofi that killed it.
No, and I get that. And I feel like he's going to probably get inserted into the Fastlane matches as well.
I don't think he should get inserted into the Fastlane match. I think it should be KO versus Daniel Bryan in some way, somehow. Kofi gets his moment. Kofi Mania.
So you think that KO's going to win and then
offer No, I don't think KO's going to win. And I don't know where I read that. Apparently it was supposed to be KO and Daniel at Mania originally.
But they're switching it
if that's the case, I'm for it because it just makes the underdog story even that much greater for Kofi. And then also what we were thinking maybe in regards to possibly New Day turning on him and what have you. But it doesn't need to be a triple threat match. We saw what Daniel and Kofi can do by themselves. Why does every match need a third person in it? It's like what they do with the women. But I'm saying that's what they do with the women.
That shouldn't be a triple threat match, though. That shouldn't be.
Ultimately, it's similar. It was a similar situation.
Yeah.
Vince came in, interrupted, and decided to put who he wanted in there.
Yeah. But that's kind of the reason why I think it's going to be a triple threat. Again, I'm really not mad about it is because Kevin Owens did a lot in the past year and a half before he got hurt in terms of I get it right now. Kofi's the one that's hot.
Right.
But it's like Kevin Owens never got his pay's due.
I understand, but for that matter.
Look at me, I'm sniffles now.
For that matter, Roman relinquished his title. Do you think he should be in a triple match at Mania? You're going to say no. Look at your Exactly. So, no. So then no. Then that's not the case.
But the thing is, he got the title.
Yes, but he relinquished it and didn't lose
Owens
it.
never got a shot.
But he relinquished the title because he had cancer or it came back. He didn't lose it to anyone, and he was on a roll. So for that matter, if you're going by that same mindset that Kofi should be inserted and it's a triple threat match, then that's the same case for Mania, which is not something that I want, but I don't want that situation for the WWE Championship.
I don't know.
And like it'd be a trial and error with KO. If he's really a face and it's not really working out, then he can challenge Kofi if Kofi can win.
I think you think they're gonna let Kofi win at Mania?
I don't know. I can't even tell you. I really can't tell you.
They're gonna give that to us?
I don't know when we'll see another African American as a WWE champion or Universal champion. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Shout out to the return of the Hardy Boys.
I tell you, and no one knew this either. I love this. Like, everything was just full of surprises. I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what is happening on SmackDown? The only thing I didn't like about SmackDown was the lack of women's competition.
Yeah, there wasn't any women. Yeah, except for Charlotte and Lana.
They scrapped Asuka and Mandy's segment.
Why? Especially if Fastlane is like, what, 2 weeks away?
I don't know. I guess they ran out of time. But not really much happened on SmackDown when you think about it. They had great matches because the triple threat match was pretty dope.
Yeah, you thought Truth was going to lose it, but
I did.
That match was fire.
By the way, he retweeted me.
Who?
R-Truth.
What did he say? What did you say?
I was like, yeah, R-Truth for winning, like that kind of situation.
That's what you said. Yeah. You got a retweet. Good for you.
See, I choose.
Look at you. Look at that cheese smile. Anytime I get hype about something, you be like, "Oh, LOL, nice."
But no, it's R-Truth.
When you get retweeted or someone likes you,
I bangs with R-Truth though.
Yeah, he's been loyal. You know, he's always been a good wrestler, talent. You know, entertaining.
I'm glad they make him drop it. I was like, dang, they gonna make him. But that whole, what is it? What are they calling it? Arcena.
Yeah, that whole match was fire between
yeah.
I need to see. I still need more of Andrade and Ray.
Nah, I don't want them to overdo it.
Nah, but we haven't seen them in a couple weeks. It's like it's a feud. A feud should continue, right?
Yeah.
We don't. The days of like building a feud are long gone. It's just like, okay, these people are gonna be fighting for the next couple of weeks, and then after the pay-per-view we move on. Like, I don't know. That's just me.
Why do you think they canceled the Gargano versus Cesaro match?
I don't know. I mean, Tommaso and Johnny wasn't on Raw either. I really don't know. Maybe one of them is really injured. I don't know.
Or was it because they just wanted to put the Hardy Boys in there?
Maybe. Maybe that might be. I think that's a good reasoning.
Yeah, there's a lot of tag teams too, SmackDown, when you think about it.
I mean, there's a lot of tag team matches in general. Like, it's so funny. Like, the tag team division is so weak, yet they're always putting these superstars into tag matches.
So how would you give SmackDown?
Why did Verizon tell me I'm out of data? I just bought data.
See?
Make unlimited cheaper so I can get unlimited already. Oh, you know what it was? Because I connected to Bluetooth. I blame you. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Why you blame me?
I don't know. You're always one to blame.
All right. How would you grade SmackDown?
It was dope. I give it an A.
I gave it an A as well, and the people gave it a B.
A B. Alrighty.
Anything on 205 Live stuck out to you?
I mean, they're just doing the qualifying matches
for the number one contender. Well,
yeah, the
contender
for
the contender
for Mania, contender for Mania.
In the meantime, Buddy Murphy said he's going to go on vacation.
Okay, good for him.
To Australia.
Hot topics.
No, NXT. You don't have nothing for NXT?
I don't know. Oh.
Shout out to Mia Yim and Shayna Baszler for putting on the
classics. Yeah, actually, you know what? You know who returned back to NXT, to their old stomping grounds?
I'm shouting on the match. You go back to that.
You asked me, well, what about NXT?
Okay.
Well, that happened first. We'll get to Mia and Shayna.
Okay.
Who came back home?
Who?
Good. Who came back home?
Boss time!
It's because you never put Bailey's music. They're a team. You have to get it.
All right.
You have to get it. They're a team.
Yes.
What did you think about them returning to NXT?
It was a feel good moment. Like I said, you know me.
That crowd pop.
Like I always like when wrestlers go back to NXT and show love. I wish they would do that more often. Now they said, you know, they went out there and announced that they were going to defend the titles on all three brands, which brings my argument again. Why wasn't there an NXT Women's Tag Team and the EC? Anyway,
I don't know, but it was definitely a feel good moment. Like I said, the crowd popped, especially since it's such a smaller venue, so it's like it seems more.
Izzy cried. See Bailey again.
Intimate. I was happy for them. Happy to see them. It just brings you back to when they used to fight there on a regular basis.
Right.
So that was cool. But yeah, the Mia Yim and Shayna Baszler match.
Pretty dope.
Pretty good.
You guys gotta stop hating on Shayna, man.
It's funny when we were watching it, and you say why. You asked me, did I still hate her or why do I hate her? I think you asked me if I still hate her. And I'm like, oh, no. You were saying something along the lines of why do people hate her? I'm like, actually, no. A lot of people are like you or like.
Starting to like her.
And I say all the time, NXT did wonders for her.
Yeah.
You know? Unlike other people, but NXT.
Do you still dislike her?
I don't dislike her. Like, I don't dislike. It's like what you say. I don't dislike anyone. The actual person.
I'm talking about the character.
Character. She's a good heel. So if I don't like her, she's a good heel, right?
Right.
I mean, it's not like she's taking the spotlight from anyone. She's gotten better on the mic. I think she can improve a little bit more. But her wrestling skills are sound, right? Again,
solid.
In regards to the MMA for horsewomen, I think she's the best one.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely the best one.
So, yeah. So, I give her props that she's a good superstar, a good talent. I just don't like her character. She's a heel. She's a good heel.
Yeah. The ring psychology in that match is pretty dope. I liked it a lot.
It was good NXT.
Yeah.
So Velveteen and Adam Cole, so there might be something going on with that. Like,
yeah, I'm surprised by that. I thought they were sending Roderick Strong after the North American title.
Why?
Because I feel like Adam Cole should be heading towards the NXT title at this point.
To take it off of Tommaso?
Even that, or, just be in that range. Roderick Strong is pretty good as a singles, and put Fish and O'Reilly back together.
Yeah, but Roderick, like we said, Undisputed saved him.
I know they still would back him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not gonna be out there alone. They'll still talk together.
Yeah.
And like, I just thought they would send him to go get the North American. Like, I did that already. You got it.
Yeah, it's been a while since we got to discuss NXT and like, you know what I mean. I thought it was a good NXT. Yeah.
Yeah, we even got to see Keith Lee.
Yeah, so Bianca and this girl, Io Shirai, had their little promo backstage, and Bianca with the clapping.
Right.
Anyway, yeah.
Did you see the time when they tag team like in the house show?
Yeah.
And she tried to grab Bianca's hair, and Bianca slapped her hand, like out of character.
Yeah.
Because she's like, trying to take her hair to swing it around after they won, and Bianca's like.
I don't know if that's out of character. It's
no. It was out of it was one of those like don't touch
my hair.
Yeah, don't touch my hair.
That sounds like that sounds like character too.
No, trust me, it was not character.
But it does sounds like character because that's Bianca's character.
I know
it's saucy like that.
I know, but I'll try to find it and show it to you because even Io Shirai was like, "Oh snap!" I didn't like she didn't know it was like one of those taboo things like touching somebody's hair. But anyway. Hot topics. Ty Dillinger has officially been released from WWE after being with the companies for over a decade.
See, I knew you were missing an important hot topic. Go ahead, continue.
Dillinger asked to be released.
Yes, he did.
So now he's out on his own. Cody Rhodes already commented on it, saying any company would be happy to have him. Mm-hmm. So they're saying that he's gonna have a 90-day no complete cause. So
yikes.
He'll be free by Double or Nothing if that's what they want to do. Another person has been
Double or Nothing. When is Double or Nothing?
May 25th.
If it's a 90-day, so it's
no complete cause.
When is Double or Nothing? Like what?
May 25th.
And the 90-day would start at when?
Last week.
Okay. Yeah.
Another person that's been
He was
released.
chillaxing. Did you see his Instagram post?
Nah, I haven't been on Instagram the past week really much. I've been like family events and all that stuff. I have a lot of family in town from like France and stuff. So spending time with them before they go back, and my mom's here, and
Who else got released by
WWE?
Yeah.
TJP apparently has been released by WWE unexpectedly. I don't think anybody's seen that coming.
at all?
Apparently he had a bad attitude backstage, and they saying that he also didn't get approval for his tattoos, his new tattoos, because he got like a whole bunch. But according to him, Vince saw them and said that he liked them, but who knows? But TJP is no longer with WWE.
Yeah, because I was looking at his post the other day. He was like, getting ready for Mania season. Guess not. What else?
Lacey Evans, the Roman Reigns of the women division. According to Ringside News, Evans is due for a major push in the near future. The WWE sees her as a Roman Reigns of the women's division and may set her against Asuka at WrestleMania 35. How do you feel about that? If you can see her face, for those that's listening on your favorite podcast platform, hop on YouTube just to see her face when I read that.
You got to make the noise. You know when it goes, you don't have it, but it goes.
I don't have it on
But it goes.
Yeah, the shock one, the one we use, yeah.
I like Lacey, and I kind of like what they're doing by showing her every week, but if you let it, again, the word I keep using is organic. Let it be organic. Let her, whether you're trying to build her as a face or heel, whatever, just let it happen organically. This is the issue of not with Roman, right? Like,
rushed.
When Roman was, people were feeling him. He was popular in the Shield, and then when people realized, that's the chosen one, they rebelled, right? So
shout out to CM Punk for shedding light on that.
Yeah, so it's just the same old with this company, and they never seem to get it.
Like, if you're trying to build her for WrestleMania, she still has that match. All she does is come out like she's walking down a runway of a fashion show.
You have to at least give her
something to do.
Yeah.
Some kind of feud to build it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, this whole randomly coming out. Like, she came out during the Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize when she went back to did she go back up the same ramp?
I honestly don't remember.
I tuned it out. So every time I hear music now, I just tune it out.
I don't tune it out because I think, for me at least, it's like, okay, is she going to finally do something this week, to be honest with you? For me.
Yeah, no. So when I see she's not dressed in wrestling gear, I'm like, yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah, or at least say something. Wow, my headache is starting to. Okay, go ahead.
Starting to multiply?
Mm-hmm.
Kota Ibushi turned down a deal with AEW. And I quote, he said, "What I realized talking with AEW was that I don't really care about the money." He turned them down right after Wrestle Kingdom. He also said, "If I went, it would have been the end of my career. That would be the last step to make. After that, things would just go down. Great money, but I want to keep developing." Well, that's interesting.
Arn Anderson has been released from WWE.
Yeah, that was kind of a shock this past week. Apparently, he had some kind of heat with Vince, and Vince let him go. But they're saying that he might come back.
So then, what was the point of release? Like,
the heat of the moment.
Like,
situation.
it's so like, you're mad old. Like, what? Anyway,
but
whatever.
Arn hasn't been happy with WWE for a while anyway.
Who else hasn't been? Like,
yeah.
That.
WrestleMania 36 location set. According to Wrestling Inc., a press conference is set for March 7th to officially announce the location. Raymond Jones Stadium in Tampa, Florida seems to be the location for WrestleMania 36. It is
freaking lit. No?
Oh, going to Tampa?
Yeah, Florida's high, I can go to Orlando early in the week.
I was praying and wishing for Miami.
Why?
So they're getting ducked.
The Rock already. I will be there. I don't care if no one wants to go. Like, none of my friends wants to go to the Hall of Fame. I will be there.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
dressed up in a gown.
Because Miami was rumored to be the place. They said Florida, so I was like, yo, Miami.
Yeah.
Tampa's like 2 hours from Orlando. Orlando just had a WrestleMania like 2 years ago.
You know, this is a trend. Like, they don't venture out to other places. It's just like, okay, New York or New Jersey, Florida.
Florida. Cali.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, New York.
New York, New Jersey.
New Jersey, New York.
Again, what does the logo say? New York
I don't
first.
care what the logo says.
That's
New
what
Jersey,
it says.
New York.
Accept it.
It's there. It put New York, New Jersey to buy you guys in.
Mania
Mania
is only in Jersey. The rest of the events, including WrestleCon,
what is the weekend called?
Is in New York.
What is the weekend called?
That's the point.
What is the weekend called?
If MetLife was in New York, trust me, it would not be in New Jersey.
What is the weekend called?
Matter of fact, people are not even staying in Jersey; they're staying in New York.
What is the weekend called?
So
go
New York
ahead,
is
pay
getting
the high
money.
prices. I don't care. What is the weekend called?
WrestleMania week, but what's under the logo?
Thank you.
No, thank you. What's under the logo?
It's there to feature egos.
It's about people recognize New York well before New Jersey. Keep it 100,
Nah,
Blue.
B.
You're wearing a New York Yankees fitted.
Stop
it.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Anyway, you sound dumb.
New Jersey, New York.
You sound dumb.
Anyway.
You sound dumb.
And also Florida, and also Cali. That's the triangle.
Yes.
That's the triangle offense for WrestleMania.
And I guess Texas.
From time to time.
No. Yeah, they've been there quite a few times.
I guess it's 2 and 2 on each side.
That's crazy. I mean, other places would like it too, right?
They can't. Do they have the room for it?
If they have stadiums, why not?
The stadiums probably like dumb far from the city and stuff.
Is it? I don't know. Phoenix would probably be a good place to host it.
I'm pretty sure they'll do Phoenix eventually. That's probably that's right next to Texas and Dallas. And
Phoenix, Atlanta.
I don't know if they'll do Atlanta.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think they'll do Atlanta.
'Cause they haven't done like a pay-per-view in
Atlanta for a while. That's because it's always been considered WCW territory.
They bought them out. Whatever. It's been 7,000 years.
I know, but I don't see Atlanta.
Anyway.
Big dog equals numbers. Raw ratings jump to 6 months high due to Roman Reigns' return.
And you see, all you haters, son. What was that? The big dog. Go ahead.
I guess I'll do it this time because he's back. But I'm getting used to it.
The big dog.
You get
Welcome
one per
back,
show.
Roman.
After this, you get one per show.
Welcome back, Roman.
It's only because this is his first week back.
Welcome back, Roman.
Welcome
back, Roman.
WWE picks up option on Hardy Boy's
the
contract.
Big dog.
The contract was set to expire March 5th. Can we talk about the Hardys, please? Their contract was set to expire March 5th. With option to pick up, it will roll over to the next year.
Yeah, I'm happy for it because the tag team division needs to be built up. And what better way to build it up than with the Hardy Boys?
And Jeff Hardy wasn't really doing anything as a single competitor.
Yeah.
Matt and
Matt
Bray.
looks good.
Matt and Bray was good, but apparently the Woken character is taking a break.
Matt looks good. Well, he did do delete, though.
No, of course, they always going to delete, but he said that the Woken character would take a break.
Yeah, I think it needed a break. I don't think the WWE utilized that whole gimmick well.
They didn't know what they was doing. What did you say I missed?
Bruce Pritchard. Did you know he's...
Oh, he signed right back with WWE
Yeah,
as a top created writer?
So, you know all this, then why wasn't it placed in here?
Honestly, I saw it and I meant to write it in. I got distracted.
Why?
Something in the kitchen.
What happened in the kitchen?
Microwave beeped. The microwave beeped.
What were you heating up?
Some jerk chicken.
And what else?
And curry chicken.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, any sides or?
No, that's
rice?
like leftovers from yesterday. So
Then there was no rice or anything like any.
No, I ate all the rice yesterday. So I eat. What happens is when I order food,
that?
right? No, here's what happened. When I order food, right? You never realize this when we go out to eat. I eat the sides first, like this rice.
You only when we go out to eat, you just eat wings.
I know. No, sometimes remember I used to order like the good food, and we used to go to the other thing.
Okay.
Anyway, so what I eat is I eat the rice first, and the mashed potatoes, vegetables, whatever, and I save my meat for last.
Why?
I don't know.
It's okay. I'm not gonna even judge you because, like, for breakfast, and then again, get back on topic. But for breakfast, I can't have my pancakes.
This is good for the people to learn more about us.
Yeah, right. I can't eat my pancakes last or like with my eggs and stuff. Like, I have to eat the sweet stuff first.
Really?
Yeah, and then eggs, turkey bacon, home fries. I can't mix syrup with.
No, syrup can't mix, and that's why I eat the eggs first and my bacon first, and I save my pancakes for last. That's like the
pancakes first. Because I gotta get the sweet out, and then like the savory stuff. Sweet and savory. It's not savory and sweet. Sweet and savory.
I guess.
Anyway.
But yeah, no. So yeah, that's what happened. I got distracted by the beat.
Okay. Well, what do you think of that though?
That's probably why this week was pretty hot. To be honest.
Yeah. I was talking to my friend Josh, and shout out to Josh. We're always talking about wrestling. And he was asking me, was I excited in that sense? And I'm like, yeah, because if you can bring back some of the old school stuff, cool, great. But at the same time, make sure we're pushing the people that we want to get pushed and should get pushed. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't alienate others. That's just my whole fear. It should be, everything should be a cohesion. Push the right people that need to be pushed, but also write a good product.
Right. And there's a little like conspiracy theory behind hiring Bruce back, because apparently his former co-host or producer, whatever, is currently working with AEW. So it's kind of one of those things like, all right, before they start reaching out further, let's snatch him now.
On top of that, back in the day, Bruce was, and what's this guy's name? I'm losing.
Russo?
No, not Russo. Bruce and damn, they used to be Vince's right hand man.
Oh, Pat Patterson.
Pat Patterson. There you go. Those was his go-tos.
Right.
So it only made sense that Vince would reach out before anyone else would, and
Is
Bruce
Pat
would.
still around?
Huh?
Is Patterson still around?
I'm not sure, but just in general, back in the day, before there was.
I'm just wondering because I haven't seen him.
Before there was a Kevin Dunn. Anyway, those were the go-to. So.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
I had a debate question. I don't know if you like it. You want to switch it up? Have a question for me?
I mean, I'm always coming up with questions, and sometimes I just need you to be a little bit more creative. And go.
How do you keep your superstars from jumping ship?
Make them happy.
But that's what they're trying now. Giving them titles and.
No, I mean, I think a great way to keep your superstars from jumping ship is to give them more creative control. Back in the day, wrestlers or superstars, whatever you want to call them, they used to be able to do their own promos and what have you.
Right.
Let them have that creativity. If there's things that need to be tweaked, that's why you have a creative team. Be like, maybe you can add this and work together.
Right.
But the whole, we're going to write your script and write the... Memorize and it doesn't sound organic. Again, I told you that's the word I used throughout the whole episode.
This is the word of the day?
Organic.
That's for me to put in there, too.
Yeah.
Some more work for me to do.
Organic.
Got it.
Go ahead, put your hand out. Organic. Okay, one, 2, 3. Organic. Ding. No, but yeah, like just give the superstars more room to be creative.
Right. And
like the whole imagine going into something constantly. Like it must be a dream to work for the WWE, but at the same time a nightmare. Just because, like, imagine, okay, this is what we're going to do, and 10 minutes or so into the show, you change the whole script. Like, I think if you just stick to what you're going to do, and then maybe through the course of the week, if you realize, okay, this needs to be tweaked in regards to this feud or storyline, yeah. But, like, these last-minute changes that are, and it's not like these last-minute changes are benefiting the show, or at least Raw. I read somewhere this week, and it was so true how to describe Raw. It's a chore to watch Raw. It legit is a chore. Excuse me. Like, it's just like to get through it. This was a good week, and last week wasn't bad either.
And I'll do you one better. This week's final script wasn't done till 30 minutes before show.
It's just like, for what? Like, $1 billion company? There is no reason why there's such chaos in that sense. It really does not make sense. And then, again, granted, this show was good. It was a good show. But, like, the normal thing that we've seen, especially with the show.
Sorry.
Well, I guess that applies. The show is always all over the place. And it shows when you do stuff last minute. You know how I'm always on you like we can't do things last minute, whatever. It just shows. All the time. It just shows, right? Like you gotta plan things out. So I think more stability and giving superstars the freedom to let them work would help, and maybe like better salaries. And does WWE have health insurance? I don't think they have health insurance. Nobody has health insurance.
That's why AEW could be the first one to do it. And that's one of my things. I say, figure out two things: find a way to do health insurance. Actually, three things: find a way to do health insurance, expand your brand so you can use more of your rosters. In terms of like, if you want to, at this point, make NXT an extension. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you need.
I'm on the fence about NXT being an extension. I really like the whole idea that it's developmental, that you work your way with a small crowd and what have you, and then you get called up and there's that big pop. Like, damn, this person's on here. I genuinely like that.
Yeah, or find something else that needs to be played, but find a way to use more of your roster. And I go back to this again. Create seasons for your wrestlers, because I was just talking to Matt about. Your wrestlers are out there 300 days a year. It ups their chances of them getting hurt, or ups their chances of being stressed and depressed. So why don't you rotate them throughout the year, so that, because you're gonna pay them regardless, right? If you don't use them, you still pay them. Yeah. So why not use them? Yeah. You still have your top stars or whatever. Yeah. If even with the mid card, you could have a nice little rotation going.
I wonder, do they like actually going to like every week live shows? I feel like that's exhausting. Like, I was like watching like the Raw Superstars like this past week. They was like on like a South like tour. They went to Alabama, and then this place, and then that place, and then Atlanta.
They get 2 days at home a week.
2 days a week, yeah, and that's wild.
You're spending mad money on rent and stuff for 2 days a week.
Rent, mortgage, whatever.
For a year.
And then who's to say that if you're not a top superstar, right?
Right.
And you're not getting paid and you're getting paid like I'm getting paid, whatever, or you. It's just like,
yeah.
For what? Like, yeah, this is my passion, but damn.
And that's my point. Like, to have those rotations going. That'll keep people happy.
Or not even rotations, but maybe cut out some live shows.
They can't. That's what their bread and butter is.
I understand. but like you said, you get 2 days a week.
Yeah.
And if they forget it, if they're overseas, they're not seeing home for like a good 2 weeks.
Yeah. I don't think they mind the overseas point, because then you get to travel and see the world a bit.
Yeah, but you travel and see the world, but you're in Madrid.
Do media.
Well, not even that. You're in Madrid this day, and then you're in Spain this day, and then,
France and
Barcelona.
The whole European.
Isn't Madrid in Spain?
That's the same place. Yep.
Sorry. See,
I want to do a 10-day. You be seeing those 10-day Europe trips on Groupon?
Yo, that's mad funny, because my friend he showed us like a 6-day trip in China.
Right.
Yeah. For like $600.
You're gonna do it?
I actually want to go do a spa day. I have to get a massage because my back is killing me.
That's what you use Groupon for?
Hell yeah. I was talking to my best friends about that. Listen, when are we going to do the spa? I need a deep tissue massage.
That was the same one as the Patriots owner.
Yikes. Anyway.
But yeah, no, I want to go on a 10-day Europe trip. Is
that our show?
Let the people see some of our world. What's the rush?
There's no rush, sir.
I'm saying they want to know who we are as a person sometimes.
I don't want to know you as a person. How about that?
They do.
I don't think they do.
They do.
I really don't think they care.
I'll show you the DMs, B. They're like, yo, that was a dope show. Hope your son
it comes
is
down
good.
to your birthdays coming up, and you're a Pisces. Pisces stay lying about stuff. So I'm going to chalk that up for that.
Damn. You call me a liar? Yeah, that's twice this week.
Yeah, well.
That's twice this week.
Yeah, well. What are you going to do about it?
And that's our show. Don't forget, if you want to cop some WWE shop merch, head over to our bios.
Shout out to the WWE shop. I'm excited for what we got in store.
Head over to the link in our bios at the Mixed Tag Show, or at our personal at
Yay! At Miss Jenna, baby. BAYBEE.
Or at Blue Magic Grind, spelled how it sound. Make sure you click on the link in the description description in our YouTube bio.
Let me try this selfie.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to buy more data.
Also, don't forget to go ahead and holler at Collar and Elbow.
Trying to see.
Use our code name.
Wait a second. Do it again. Do it again.
Collar and Elbow. Use our code TMTS for your discount on the merchandise over there. And what else are we plugging in? I think that's it, right? That's about it, guys.
Happy early birthday to Blue over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are a jerk.
This weekend's going to be fun.
Happy birthday to the 70-year-old man in
27. Thank you very much.
Not 27.
And on that
note, damn sure ain't younger than me.
You
damn sure ain't younger than me.
Goodbye. Mwah. And good night.
Yeah.
It's the Mixtag Show. The Mixtag Show. With Jenna and Blue. Damn.
Hey, did you like this episode? Like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your friends. And don't forget to follow us on our social media pages at The Mixtag Show.